of the curve right now, and the gate drops, and it is, like you said.
Look on the inside, Ryder D.
It is Ryder D's to lose.
But it's going to be the number 5, I believe, but Ryder D's right there. I'm not sure who they're going to credit with. Jaden Clough. Where is Evan Ferry's about 4th or 5th? And this is where Ryder D wins championships. These first few turns,
oh man,
I believe he's already out front.
And you know that
there he is.
That's a great technique if you can make it happen. And in this kind of a field, when you've got a full gate, local race, you don't have that full gate. But when you,
Evan Ferry with all kinds of swirling.
Wow.
He tried to go inside. He didn't want to get hung up on the outside. And a little bit of wheel spin, but he is desperately trying to get up there and with Ryder DiFrancesco. Just wants to size him up, just racing with him.
Absolutely.
He has not gotten off the gate with him yet.
Has not had that opportunity to go elbow to elbow with him, Kevin, and you know that despite what's happening in the championship, he wants to get up there and race.
Hey, guess who's right there with him? That's Garib. Oh! That was Garib. I was going to give him some props. He was going after Ryder DiFrancesco.
He was.
What a bummer for the number 39.
And we talked about him earlier, Ben Garib. Man, that guy brought the A game this week. He's been in it every race. He's had battles. Rode alone a few times. But Ben Garib really just tossing it right there.
There's Clough. There's Ferry in 3rd. He is close. He's got to get around. Clough. There's a look at this crash. Just a wheel spin. The feet are off the peg. And Garib is down. He immediately jumps on the bike. Good to see him.
Glad he didn't land on that leg.
Absolutely. Picks the bike right back up, and he's back in the hunt. So let's see. Clough is under the attack of Evan Ferry, trying to get up and run with Ryder DiFrancesco.
Wow.
He's got to move now.
You see Ferry just sending that thing, changing lines in the air.
Yeah, you can absolutely, when you want to see when someone is really trying, when the aggressiveness is there, you can literally see it in the riding style.
Yep, absolutely.
He's got Gavin Towers right behind him on that number 4 Kawasaki.
I tell you, that could be dangerous for the front runners. You get GT Money and Ferry hooked up and get these two pushing forward. Man, that could be bad news for Clough and even RTD.
Well, Ryder D does not care. He has taken on all comers. He is working on a perfect sweep. 6 motos. Max Volan's done it. Ryder D now on the hunt, trying to do it as well. See if Volan, I believe he's coming up here. He might complete that sweep here in just a moment. I believe his moto is coming up. Ferry needs to get moving.
Wow.
He's sitting about
cow.
2.5 seconds back of our leader, Ryder D. He's not gone yet.
Jaden Clough just sent that thing back here through the back section.
There's Ryder D on the Kawasaki out of California.
Oh, here we
on
go.
The inside working on Clough. Clough going to probably push it wide. Ferry going to bring all the heat around the outside, and he's going to stick that pass. All right, this is about as early as we've seen Evan and as close as we've seen Evan to Ryder D. He can see him now.
Yeah, this is going to be his best opportunity of the week. And right now, Clough trying to stop that momentum. But Evan Ferry going to ride smart right here, going to block that inside line.
You can see him trying. His body weight went to the right, wanting to shut that inside line down.
Now moves himself back out and over. Going to find that fast line. Holy cow. Right in front of us.
Evan Ferry. This is going to be as fast as he's going to go the next 3 laps. Rod Yenser, we need to see you to the MX Sports Trailer, please. Rod Yenser, please report to the MX Sports Trailer. Evan Ferry going for it. A 155.2 and a 155.1 for Evan Ferry. DiFrancesco a little bit slower than Ferry. All right, let's go to the races here. Ryder D comes past the mechanics here. Evan Ferry, you don't have to tell him anything. You don't have to write anything. No. He knows that he beats himself up after every moto.
Don't waste the ink or the arm strength holding that pit board out there.
Just go.
Whoa. Clough trying to hang in there. And Evan Ferry, though, still lighting it up. He can see DiFrancesco just ahead of him. Wants to get a toe going right now. Wants to throw the hook out there and latch onto that rear fender and go for a ride.
They're going into the 10 commandments. Everybody using the outside line. They'll triple again, then double out.
And look at this. Ferry really starting to close it up just a little bit. He can see Ryder D 1 jump ahead.
Yeah, he was 2.4 seconds behind Ryder D on that first lap. And I believe that has since shrank for sure. Evan Ferry, he wants this just for his own personal deal here. He's less than 2 seconds, folks.
Yeah, here they come through the tree.
Oh, it's happening. The big race we've all been waiting for. Evan Ferry, the showdown, the two heavy hitters for their respective OEMs. There's Ryder D. That's as close as we've seen anybody going after him. Of course, Walker Reed battling with it.
Yep.
But he was able to sweat him and pull out and win that race pretty comfortably. Ferry had to work his way through from about 6th or 7th, got into 2nd place, lost touch with Ryder D.
And Kevin Kelly only fitting on a Saturday afternoon in the finals that this is the type of matchup we see. Waited all week to see it. Man, Ferry just uncharted air zone up there. I mean, like 7 stories high, dropping that thing down onto the beach.
All right, there's
Ryder D trying to protect that inside. Look at the cheer section. Yeah, man.
Here comes Evan Ferry. There's Ryder D. He has passed the stripe. A 155.1. A 155 flat. Again, Ferry is fast.
Wow.
Ferry just about 100th of a second quicker than Ryder D, but can he do it for 10 straight laps?
And the gap identical. The gap identical to the last lap.
And Clough is under the attack of Gavin Towers. The top 4 riders are running and gunning. That's 2 straight laps where Ferry has been quicker than D. Just ever so slightly, about 1/100th of a second quicker. As we look to the riders as they come out of that tree section down to that faster straightaway. Ferry trying to clean that little left-hander, a little slow there. Heading down towards the 10 Commandments.
Evan just needs to use a little less real estate right now. He's got the pace. We've seen he's had a quicker lap, 2 laps in a row. Just needs to shorten his track up a bit and force a mistake on RTD.
Down towards Storyland we go. Clough trying to keep it close. Towers slipping off just a bit of the pace of the rider in the number 3 spot, the number 5, Clough. These are the best of the best Super Mini riders here in America. The 23 of Ryder D. Francesco. The 75 of Ferry. Ferry will be ready and probably moving to a 125 after this race. I would imagine Ryder D will do the same. Down to the Mini O's. And
I would believe both of them, yes.
On a big bike.
I can't wait.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic.
I can't wait.
Racing.
Yeah, you know, we watched Schwartz and stuff this week, and those are the guys we'll be looking for in the future on the big bikes. Will be Ferry and RTD.
And Towers. And
man.
And Gabriel.
Absolutely. Wow.
Towers, that gives you a great idea how far they are flying in the air.
Man.
Here comes Ryder D. Ferry digging deep. The crowd is into it. They want to get up there just to see a race. It was 2.3 seconds last time around. 2 seconds flat. Ferry continues to chopping that wood till it all gets down to less than 2 seconds.
Doing the work, and consistently for 3 laps, he's had a quicker lap. He's got the fastest lap of the race on lap 4. Like I said, just need to use less real estate. Just need to cut down some of that ground.
He's running different lines. Ryder D on the outside after the mechanics area. Evan goes inside to inside. That's where you got to get a
That's where it needs to be done, and that's exactly what we're talking about by shortening this track up. Oh,
sick.
What?
So now they run down towards the 10 Commandments. Here comes Ryder D. Ferry going to follow him around the outside. He's already cleared those Commandments. He'll triple. Down through the last 3.
Wow.
That's how important this race win is to Evan Ferry. He has chopped off 1/10 of a second for the last 3 laps, but that early quick shot out of the gate for Ryder D has really forced his hand. He's all in.
And that's his MO. That's Ryder D, man. Let me tell you something. We're going to get this thing over early. I'm going to put in the work James Stewart style, and then we're going to put a lock on it.
Tower's still working on Clough. Is 5th, Landon Hart 6th, Renfro 7th, Gordon Smerlick, and Stice round out your top 10. This shot is going to include the 2 of these riders for the remainder of the race. It looks like the way Ferry's coming, he's going to just jump into the frame every time.
And like I said, couldn't be more fitting than hearing a final on a Saturday afternoon than see a matchup like this. Ferry having a rider in front of him and still launching that thing into the second roller.
I like seeing the different lines that Ferry is committed to.
Yeah.
Getting caught up in, well, this guy's in front of me and it's faster, but there are some lines that are working really well. And after that mechanics area, he goes inside to inside. He's done it 2 motos in a row. Up and over the triple, the Tunnel of Love next on the hit list. Lands going left, turns right in the air. Excellent form. Elbows up over that front of the bars there. You can see the number plate if you were to look down. He'll hang a left, look over the mechanics area. This is where the lines change here.
Yeah,
both go outside here, but Timmy Ferry now riding the bike for Evan. That's awesome. I think Evan would wax Timmy at this point on a Super Mini, no doubt.
Oh, no question. Yeah, it wouldn't even been a race.
Even though Timmy's fast, I'm sure.
Yep.
No disrespect.
Podium speed.
Yep.
Podium speed.
Absolutely.
Evan Ferry, again, this is one of those deals. If you watched him by himself, you'd say he has to be leading the Moto. There's no way that's not the lead pace.
Right.
But Ryder D's up there doing the same exact thing, just about 2 seconds further ahead. Watching Jaden Clough and Gavin Towers now through the 10 Commandments. This is for third.
Now DiFrancesco stepped it up on lap 6 with the fast lap, 1:53.6. So answering just a bit, but what we've talked about the whole time. The lap times are there, the pace is there, but just got that early real estate gap that you can't overcome.
So some of these guys kind of peaked towards their last year here in the Supermini. Now wait till Towers and Clough get on the big bikes. Wait till they all get. Who knows where the script's going to be then?
Hey,
it totally changed. Big bikes change everything.
Yeah, Towers coming right there. Don't count this dude out ever. That number 4, he's as strong as anybody out there. He's in as good a condition. Whoa!
Just about went for a ride there.
Absolutely. That was pure
luck.
PBR. Pro bull riding, dude. Okay, all right.
Wow.
We said luck.
I think he was left with one hand on the handlebar and nothing else.
Absolutely. That was full PBR. And look at Towers just send it, trying to cut that gap right in the beach in front of us. But again, don't count this young man out. You can see his resiliency after that big move.
This is a good lap for Ryder D. Lap 6, a 1:5.44, a 1:5.53. He was able to open it up to 3.7 seconds over Ferry. That's what Ryder D will do to you. He'll force you to get in that uncomfortable zone, and he will run that 1:55 all the way to the end of this race if he has to.
Yeah, and Ryder D is also smart enough to know he knows how badly Ferry wants to beat him one time, and this is such a mental game. Yes, he could just cruise, take second, get the title, but he doesn't want to give anyone an opening confidence-wise.
That dude wants to break you.
Yes.
Okay, and
this?
Like that guy.
Exactly.
Clough and Towers are absolutely
just like that.
throwing it down. Towers on the number 4, Clough on the 5. Those are returning numbers. That's what they finished last year. Towers could come. Whoa, he stands. Supercross action there.
And nice by Clough to slice back underneath. Look at that wheel-to-wheel over the 10 Commandments, and Towers shuts it down. Clough doesn't want it, hits him back. Towers makes it stick. That was awesome.
I like it, man.
Clough's no easy guy to pass. No doubt about that, man. He defended that line, but I've told you, I've watched GT Money grow up, homie, and the kid's as tough as a locust post. And right now, he's got good position right now, and he puts himself in a good spot. Puts himself into the second place for the championship.
West Kane Mafia rider.
Yeah, oh yeah,
watch out.
Absolutely.
Get that West Kane Mafia after you
don't want those guys.
No.
Nah, man, and like I said,
to be honest,
both of his parents, ex-professional athletes and stuff. This kid's got the program. He knows what time it is.
West Kane, the professional athlete, professional mobster.
Professional concrete.
So his parents, ex-professional athletes, but West Kane taught him everything he needs to know about sports.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just ask West.
Yeah. Taught him everything you need to know about being an athlete.
Ryder D, he comes past us in the tower. He brings Evan Ferry with him on this 7th lap. Opens it up to a 5-second lead.
Blowing those feet off the pegs. And you know what always blows my mind about motocross? Okay, this is a Kawasaki Supermini in 2020, but I see that font of number 4 on a Kawasaki.
Oh.
I'm not going to say Carmichael because it doesn't look like the Carmichael.
I know what you're going to say.
The Dogger.
That's the Dogger.
It looks like
all we need is Dalmatian pants.
Right. It
Dalmatian
looks like
JT gear. Yes, it does.
Like 1987.
It does.
Isn't that weird?
You can see it on that KX250.
Yeah, you see a green, and a white, and a
weird? No, man, it's great, dude. I love the look.
Yep.
And like you said, never one time did I ever look at that and see Ricky Carmichael.
No, we don't need number 4. It's the font, the overall look.
Right, that slanted 4.
Yeah, man. Ricky's 4 was a little fat 4.
Yeah, it was.
This is the more sharp 4, just like Ron Lachine. I guarantee you could ask Cameron Towers. He has no idea who that even is. It's just the way it looks.
And the bottom line is, for you kids that don't know out there, Ron Lachine, one of the smoothest ever, one of the most wonderful stylists to ever watch, inducted last year, and myself, Rob Bidas, Davey Coombs, all got to go and attend that induction ceremony with the Dogger. And that was a dream for me to watch the Dogger get inducted. We weren't sure that it was going to happen. Rob Bidas was a big advocate and a big part of making that happen. And as well as Davey Coombs.
Ron Lachine, the original star of this event. The first year, the factory Yamaha guy from California. That was a big deal that he came all the way to Tennessee, really stamped this race as legit.
Had the radiator out there on the forks, man, making it happen. And, the Dogger inducted last year, and it was just a great honor to be there with him at the pinnacle of his career. Crowning moment, actually.
You knew exactly what I meant when I said that number 4. You knew it was going to be Dogger. Ron Lachine. This guy also borrowing some digits from some famous athletes. Now the number 23 of Ryder T. DeFrancesco. Switched to the number this year. Saw him at Daytona. Doing what he usually does. Taking wins. So Ferry threw it all at him. Kept him honest for a couple laps. But here late, it looks like the 6 Moto sweep for Ryder D is in effect. And I believe after a rough year last year, I think we're looking at 8 career titles for this guy.
Yeah, he's still got at least 2 more years here, so he could get up to 12 perhaps.
Yep. A B year and an A year. So
see him hanging around very long after that.
No, man.
There he goes, up over the top of that berm.
But making a case is one of the all-time best at this
get up into double digits.
You can already say that.
Already. Not even making a case. It's already done.
No, you can already do it.
Done.
You can already say it. This guy's one of the best that Loretta's seen.
Yep. Ryder D. Looking to polish off 6 straight Moto wins. Great run by Evan Ferry, and might even, besides Levi Kitchen, who was just absolutely ridiculous this week.
Max Volan?
I was going to say Evan Ferry might be the most improved year to year.
Oh, improved, you bet. Since he got that new rod since last year, absolutely no question. But again, the fact that the guy who beats Ryder D is Ryder D.
Yeah, man.
Okay, all right.
Beat him.
That's the bottom line. When he loses, he costs himself. There's a mechanical, a crash, whatever. But
you know what, though, to come in with such a strange year with not that many gate drops, COVID, all wacky stuff that's gone on, man, he's had the most calm, in control, no issues, kind of a week here. Been impressive.
I sensed the sigh of relief on the podium after the first moto. He said goals to go 6 for 6. Big smile, and I think that's when he realized, I think I got this. I can control this. Because, I think everybody was coming into this race a little bit unsure.
Well, his dad even told me that after practice. He goes, all right, after practice, we knew we had the speed.
Yeah, simply a year older, more mature, and
he hadn't raced anybody in 6 months. Things have changed. That's just weird. They've been riding with their buddies. They know where that speed is, but I'm guessing we're going to see the white flag. 2-lap board must be out.
Yeah, it is.
They're going to go 11 laps here, so the white flag will come out here on lap 10. They'll get 11 in.
How about that, Kevin Kelly? 11 laps in a super mini race, bro.
Pros and bees are only ones, along with these dudes right here. Fastest lap was a 153.6. That is impressive on a super mini.
Who's coming up next?
Well, I will look. That would be Schoolboy 2, 12 to 17. We're going to see the white flag this time around for Ryder D. Evan Ferry back to about 8 seconds. Gave it a good run. Now he goes and gets ready for the big bikes. Get those big bikes all dialed in. Get ready for, maybe we'll see them at the Baja Bra. Maybe we'll see them at Amateur Day next weekend at Loretta.
That'd be great. Yeah, it'd be great. I'd love to see it. Looking forward to watching these guys transition, make that move. One of the favorite parts of, watching all the young athletes is make that transition from small bikes to big bikes. And unfortunately, it's not that big a transition when we watch the 65, 85 Super Mini deal. But when you move up onto 19 and 21-inch wheels, you move up into that full-size chassis, it is a big deal. And that's when we see the rider really start to develop and what his future is going to look like.
Yeah, you can get a good idea with Ryder D. He's going to transition well. He's really starting to stretch out, too.
Yes.
He'll be fine on a 125. Yep. There's that magic number in height and weight they want you to kind of get close to being. Ricky, I don't know if he ever hit the right height. I think they had to fudge the numbers.
No, they kept lowering the arm on the mannequin.
That's right.
You must be this tall to ride a 125. They lowered it like 3 times for Ricky.
Gave the finger, like 8 more fingers. If you look at that card, cutout's got 9 fingers.
Yeah.
So lap number 10, 8 seconds out front, Ryder D. Evan Ferry running 1-2. Towers is 3rd. Jaden Clove 4th. Ivan Aldama Jr. is 5th. Landon Hart's 6th. Jordan Renfro 7th. Evan Stice 8th. Revan Gordon 9th. And Jude Smirlick rounds out your top 10. as we have but one half of a lap or so to go here with the number 23 Monster Energy Team Green ride of Ryder D.
Yeah, that's it, Kevin. About half a lap. Going to put this one away.
Yep. Put a fork in it.
And 6 for 6 here.
Yeah, the championship looks like this. Ryder's going to take the championship. Gavin Towers, 2-3 scores. Going to be good enough for second, I believe. Evan Ferry will go 4.52 for third. Jake Clough will be 5.34 for fourth. And Jordan Renfro will go 9, 9, and 7th place here in this moto. 9, 9, 7 for Jordan Renfro to round out your top 5 overall. Maybe one of his last rides on a mini cycle, man. I remember back in the day when Ricky had his last ride on that chrome bike.
Oh, yeah.
He got his.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. Big deal. They had
it was, man.
Storied mini cycle careers ever. And Ryder can throw his name up in there as one of the better guys to ever throw a leg over a Supermini, along with Jet Reynolds, Michael Lessie.
Like I said, that's already handled. You bet. That name's already in
8
there.
titles?
Yeah.
Was that what we're
yeah, 8.
Before he gets on a big bike? That's
right.
Strong. That's
yes.
very strong.
And like I said, cost himself a couple. Cost himself a couple titles along the way. And this guy.
I mean, he came here and got one his first year in that PW.
Right. Youngest ever.
That's pretty strong.
Okay. AMA, 18 months old.
18-month-old rider. That's incredible.
Looks like we're going to smooth out the starts just a bit here, Kevin. I'm going to take just a moment and make sure that first turn is in perfect condition, perfect order, going to be as smooth as possible.
Whatever.
Going to take a minute and let them get set up down there. Send this one down to Weech.
How was that moto?
6 for 6.
Yeah, but how was the moto? Oh. You could probably plumb out the back. That'd be cool.
So a historic run, another 6 moto sweep for Ryder D, and I believe that's 8 career championships for him. And he had to step up his game because these super mini riders were absolutely stepping up theirs. That includes Evan Ferry and Gavin Towers and our whole shot winner, Jaden Clough, all putting in some great motos. But Ryder D has this thing so dialed here at Loretta's, and that's why he's now an 8-time AMA national champ. We'll let everyone cool off for just a minute, and we're closing down on racing here in 2020. That's going to be Clough for a whole shot. Can we get you up, Towers, for third? Team Green with a pair of talents in this one, both up on the podium in this moto. Third place finish for Towers on the number 4. And we will give him the bronze as he works his way toward the stage. They're getting them all set up. Well, we finally got the dog days of summer here. It's warm compared to what we've had all week. Still not full-on Loretta's typical heat. We've been lucky last year and this year with the weather, and I think it led to really good racing as the track stayed in great shape. Let's get our whole shot winner, just whole shot. Get the big check right there. Let's hear it for Jaden Clough. Hey, tell me about that start, and really the whole moto. You were in the battle, man.
Yeah, I got off to an awesome start, and ended up with a whole shot, and then tried riding my own race and ended up having the shroud rip off and get in my way, so I couldn't go through a couple corners very well. But all in all, it was a good race.
Cool. Who do you want to thank, Jaden?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, MX Matt for taking the videos this weekend, Power Band Racing Suspension, JM Racing, Drew the Mechanic, FXR, 100%, Bell, EVS, Vertex Pistons, Black Diamond MX, and everybody else. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Jaden Clough, your Stasic Whole Shot Award winner. And now I'm looking for third place, which would be GT Money, Gavin Towers on that number 4. Third place, airing out that big jump into the infield section toward the finish line. And he's getting the jersey back on. Normally running the number 15, but here at Loretta's national number was 4 going back to last year. This time he's on the podium in the Moto. Let's hear it. Bronze medalist from that monster Team Green Kawasaki squad. All right, he's ready now. Let's hear it for GT Money, Gavin Towers. How'd your week go from your perspective? How'd it go?
A little bit of an up and down week, to be honest. Had some 2 bad motos. I ended up off the box, and that it cost me the podium overall in the Supermini 2 class. But kind of just stayed consistent in this class. Went 2-2-3, which I'm really happy with. And so I've been moving up the big bikes, and I couldn't be more stoked to move up. Yeah. Just feel too big on these things. So happy to end it this way. So.
Cool. Who do you want to thank, Gavin?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, Cindy, for everything they do. To Kilgore Cemex, I've been training up at Dave Kilgore with Max Payne, Cole Jones, and Luke Fowler. So it's been really good up there. And then we went and then came here, and we've just been really putting in the work. So I also like to thank Dunlop Tires, Seven, Scott Goggles, Alpine Star, Wes Kane, Mike from Monster, the whole Monster Energy, Team Green, Pro Circuit Kawasaki. They've been just awesome since I got on there in October. And I'm really excited to move up onto their 250. So Mike from Monster, everybody over there, Wes Kane, and anybody who else forgot, thank you so much. It's been awesome. So 250's next.
All right, Gavin Towers. Second place was Evan Ferry. We will bring Evan up, and a much improved week for him compared to previous runs at Loretta, so he's got a lot to be proud of. Now that Rockstar Husqvarna team and making it work for him. Kept Ryder DeFrancesco honest all week. He's the runner-up. Let's give the silver medal to Evan Ferry. Maybe loud. Hang on a second. All right, Evan, we know you want Moto wins, but are you happy with the level of improvement you showed this year?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like coming from last year, I mean, I don't even remember what I got last year, so just super excited the way I've improved from last year to this year, and I'm ready to come back next year.
What do you think bike-wise is coming next for you? Do you know?
Ooh, I don't know. I know for sure 125 now at the Minios, and then we'll decide after that if we go 250 or not. So.
Okay, got it. Who do you want to thank? It's been a really solid week.
I want to thank the whole team, the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Factory Racing team, my mom, my dad, Scuba, Murphy, Pat, everybody that come out to watch, and just super excited, really happy where I'm at right now. So we're going to come back next year, and we're going to do really good.
All right, 75. Let's hear it for him. Evan Ferry. Silver medalist, and like we said, big gains from where he was last year, so we'll see if he can keep that upward trajectory going through the years. And now we are ready for an 8th career national championship. This time it's all 6 motos of Supermini. Definitely one of the all-time best mini cycle careers ever. 9 years running this event. Let's hear it for him. Ryder DeFrancesco. Ryder, man, 8 titles on mini cycles. That puts you right there with the all-time best. I mean, can you even fathom that?
Jet Reynolds has 9, so trying to go for that record. But yeah, next year is 10 I could do. But yeah, I can't thank everyone enough. 6 moto sweeps, gnarly. I didn't think I could do it, but got to a good start. My dog powers looking up well off the gate, and this last one was super stressful. So. Got it done, and can't wait to go home and chill for a little bit.
I sensed in your very first moto on this podium a kind of a sense of relief. Did you feel that way? Because that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, I think anyone wants to go 6 for 6, but getting the first moto out of the way is tough. All the jitters, and we haven't been racing this year, so yeah.
Feels good. Yep. All right, let's say you thank some people, Ryder.
My mom and dad, my mechanic Hayden, Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, Dunlop for all the hard work and fetch rubber, Scott, Fox, Alpine Stars, On Track, Renthal, the whole Kawasaki crew, brothers, sisters, Carson back at home, Kua, and Ivan and Robbie Rayner. Thank you.
Ryder DeFrancesco has it. I will bring to the stage from the American Motorcycle Association, Mike Burkeen, and he will hand an 8th number 1 plate to this man, the number 23. Let's hear it for him, Ryder DeFrancesco.